Hello survivors, and welcome to another video. In today's video we are playing on the Barbarian. He got his brand new artifact power, so in order to unlock that you do have to have every single one of his weapons unlocked, and then you need to get a +4, 3, 2 and 1 in the the blacksmith to unlock the artifact upgrade or the artifact level of the weapon. So it went normal, quality, a rare, epic, legendary, and then artifact level, and that unlocks the artifact power on each weapon. And then we're going to go and look at it. The artifact power is called WARCRY. After you've unlocked enough artifact power during your run, you will let off a shout that deals damage as well as increases your stats based on which weapon you're using. So we've got multicast chance, we got area, critical damage, and then just plain damage depending on how many enemies we hit. But let's get straight into the run. We're going to be playing on Unholy Cathedral on +11, and we'll see what it's like. We'll go through the runes as we're playing. So we've got ourselves material harvest, efficient extractor, and reroll mastery. Endless refill doesn't work on here because you can't lock anyways, so it's actually more beneficial to grab yourself the reroll mastery, or you can grab weapon expert or something like that. Doesn't really matter, but weapon expert's only going to work on the very first round. You don't get additional weapons or skills on the next few rounds or anything like that. I like to normally run Gambler though. That seems to be a lot more fun. So we'll see how it goes in the future if you guys want to see other characters in this game mode, and also how far you've been getting yourselves. Also, it doesn't look like, we really didn't have to play a different we nearly finished it with just this weapon, so that's cool. We're going to try and keep it electric for the remainder of this round because these electrified orbs do so much damage. It just makes sense to use them. Take advantage of that massive damage early on. Although in saying that, maybe going unconventional start and not using electric first, even using electric for the very last round, could be a type of way to play the game, or the round at least. We're not going to play those. We could doing electric. I do like power conductor. It's very strong, so I'm not. Yeah, okay, we'll take it. I was tempted to not use it because of just how strong it is. It could be very good for like the last round, just because of the dazed and everything else that it applies. But we do have lightning surge as well, which we can use in one of the other rounds, just so all of our skills do apply dazed as well. And because we are max skill tree, the lightning surge is going to have a cooldown and duration. It's going to keep overlapping, so it will always apply. So every single skill will be applying dazed, which is very strong. Not going to use it this round though. We'll keep those for a bit later. We're not going to play with slams yet. We'll keep those. We'll just grab Savage Strike since we're not going to be using it any other time or anytime soon. And then it doesn't really matter what we use from there. So that's great as well. Let's see, we can go poison, we can go doom. It doesn't really matter too much. We're just using all of our skill points that we had available. But we are going to finish the round very soon. Doesn't actually matter what skills we take in the very first round, as it is we got 1 or 2 very strong skills already, and then the rest of them are just going to kind of help with that. It's when we get to like the last round or the round after that, the third or the fourth round, where it really matters on what you're using. You just don't want to use your strongest skills first because you're not going to have them for all of your other rounds. So now we're going to use the slam skills. I want damage. Area of effect's also really good for him. Actually, yeah, we'll go area of effect. We're going to use the slam skills now. So we'll go ground slam. We're going to go for armor shatterer. That's fine. We can go body slam. That's perfect. Thunderclap's fine. We should have more somewhere along the lines here. But if we don't, we can just grab ourselves Thunderstrike. And last but not least, I guess we'll just grab ourselves Titan's Cleave. It does give us finesse as well, so that's alright. Not a great skill though. Not anymore. It used to be really good. It's not bad, but we don't have a lot of blocks, so in this game mode it's not very good at all. Very difficult for those attribute stacking or all the stacking abilities to do well in this game mode, because you don't have the time or the skills, you know, to stack all of that. So those stacking skills like the Ice Vortex. Ice Vortex is a little bit of a different one because you can get so much slow quite quickly, but you're still not going to do as much damage as you otherwise would if you weren't doing it. So there's that as well. We got a lot to use over here. Let's go and grab that. Cast frequency is probably the most important thing to keep getting on the skills. Area of effect and multicast, that's what I would focus on. We do have like over 100 crit chance and crit damage the entire time because of the weapon we're using. So we're okay over there. We don't really have to worry about crit chance on anything. Just being over 100% is perfect. It means that every hit is going to be a crit. So if we do land up playing like a negative or dot build, then we can still get the crits, apply that stack or whatever it may be. Like, you know, if you get those poisons on crit and slow on crit and so on and so forth. So they'll still be useful to us because we have the 100% crit without any investment into it. So as well, that does make quite a big difference. Alright, so only 2 more bosses left. Not too difficult. Alright, the cast frequencies again, area of effect, some damage of there's good, movement speed would be great. Just some typical upgrades. Eventually, on the last the last round, we probably don't even need to look at our upgrades. We're going to be running like Earthquake and things like that. So area of effect is going to be important when we go through these, you know, these portals, and we get that bonus upgrade. So we'll look at things like, here it is now. I'm like, what is going on over here? And minus 70 life, but we get massive damage at cast frequency. I think it's worth it. Alright, we're not going to be grabbing those. We're going to grab thrust this round. So we're going to go on guard. Spear trap's good. We can go a bit of resonating slam there. Flurry's fine. We need the piercing shout. There's lightning strike. I think we're going to keep this for the next round. Maybe. No, do it this round, because next round I don't think we're going to need it. Those are pretty decent. And with our damage, cast frequency, and our area of effect, we should be in a good spot. It's just, where's that first boss? There we go. Alright, so I don't know if any of you have actually noticed the shout, but I don't know, I personally feel like the VFX needs to be a bit more oomphy. I really, with everything that happens on the screen at one time, it's really difficult to see the VFX, unless we could like lower the opacity of the enemy's attacks. But as you can see, I don't think you guys have seen the shout once. I mean, I haven't noticed it a single time either. So it's not like I'm bashing you or anything. I really haven't noticed me. I think I used it there like that second where you saw that weird tornado come out towards the boss. So that's the shout. I don't know, it's just, I feel like it needs to be a bit more prominent. You're meant to have this WARCRY and you can't even see it happening. So it really feels lackluster. It is there, it is working, but the fact that you can't see it is really not great. Maybe actually having like a sound effect to it as well, where it's really loud compared to other sounds, so you actually know it's happening as well. But I don't know, that's also something a lot of people don't necessarily like either. You guys can let me know down in the comment section, you know, how many times you saw the actual WARCRY go off. We'll try and take note of it now. We are 9 power, 10, we need 20, so there's 12, 15, 16. It should be going off once it hits 20 or around there. So there we go, we got 20. Where is it going off? There we go. So we did actually get to see it. It was like a shockwave that went that way, like a yellow shockwave, and it did actually go off. We did manage to see it, but in the chaos of everything, it is going to be very difficult to see that, especially when you're really close to all the enemies like I am right now. So, you know, there are parts of it that make it super difficult to show, but At least we did get to see it there. Now we know what we're looking for. Alright, we do have some slam skills, so I do need to be relatively close to everything, otherwise it's not going to work very well. Also, I have 28 points that I haven't been using, so that's also probably why we're struggling to kill things, but let's go and use those because... Oh, whoops, we didn't need the duration over there, but it is what it is. Oh, bleed, cost frequency is good, more life because we did lose some life, which means that we're going to be taking a little bit more damage. And everything over here looking good. I completely forgot that we can level up, so we were running level 1 skills and the level 1 character essentially. Very naughty. So busy trying to make see the artifact power going off. Trying to keep my eye on it again. I want to see if we hit like a lot of enemies with it, how much crit damage we'll end up getting. It's not quite working the way that I wanted to. We're just not getting... Oh, there we go, it just went off now. 488. I don't know how to explain this. So it's 488 is what we were currently on. I don't know how many enemies were hit, but our stats did reset. So that was 66 crit damage. That's not bad. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Alright, let's go for damage over here. This is now the final round, is it? I can't actually check it. Oh, I can, it's there. So we're on the final round. You cannot lock. It says you cannot lock active skills, just so you know that, we cannot lock. We need the piercing shout there. We need the earthquake, quick spear. Where's the other spear gone now? There we go. Alright, so this is the normal setup. This is something very similar to what we would use if we were trying to run High Overlord. We've got the no earth shield though, but we don't have the improved repertory. So there is that as well. But this should be over very, very quickly, including the boss fight itself. We do have a little bit of area of effect. I have done this with -25 area of effect as well. Unfortunately, when I recorded it, something's going on with my microphone. So, if you've been watching this and you're like, you're broken, why do you sound like you're in a toilet? Something's happened with the filters. And I've been trying to sort it out, and it's just, I'm not winning. So it's going to be trial and error for a couple of videos, unfortunately, and we're just going to have to bear with me, please. I'm not very tech savvy with this kind of stuff. Quite the opposite. So unless one of you guys know a lot about it and can help me, I will slowly struggle through it, which is fine. I'm all good with doing that. It's just it's going to take me a little bit longer than someone who was clued up on it. Go for the crit damage. Cost frequency is actually beautiful here. And damage. Cost frequency and multicast is going to be like your best friend here. Alright, let's see. You're dead. You're dead. There's a lot happening on the screen at once, which is also not the greatest. There we go. Beautiful. So let's go and fight the boss. We do have a little bit of levels to grab. Multicasting, fantastic. A lot of multicast happening here, a lot of damage. That is beautiful. This should not take us long at all. Getting a little bit of life back there, which is great. And we should be able to kill Matthias the Heretic. Matthias. Insert name here. As soon as the brittle stacks start to stack up on him, it will be even faster. But for some reason, the earthquake has decided to hit everywhere but the boss. There we go, we finally got one on top of him. We finally get the Brutal on top of him, and we no longer need it on top of him because he's on to the next phase. So that's just fantastic. There we go, it's on his head. That is superb, and you can just see how quickly this is destroying his face. We nearly lost a single life there, but that's okay. We do have 2 others, so it wasn't the end of the world. But that was a beautiful quick run for us. And there we go, done and dusted. 9 minutes, 19 seconds at a +11. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.